Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of StudioJake After Dark. I appreciate you joining me as we go on this adventure through true crime, conspiracy theories, internet mysteries, and urban legends, plus so much more. Thank you for this, and now allow me to set the stage for the very first shocking tale we will cover, the Captain Midnight hack. Picture this. You are tuning into HBO to watch your favorite film. You've got the popcorn and you are ready to go since the Falcon and the Snowman is on. Suddenly, you see this on the screen. That's right, someone hacked the HBO feed in the 80s, becoming one of the most infamous hacks of all time. So let's talk about it. On April 27, 1986, at approximately 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, a hacker using the pseudonym Captain Midnight interrupted the broadcast of the film The Falcon and the Snowman on HBO. The hacker used a satellite dish to jam HBO's signal and displayed a message on the screen that read, "Good evening, HBO, from Captain Midnight, $12.95 a month? No way. Showtime movie channel, beware." The hack lasted for about 4.5 minutes and it was seen by an estimated 2.5 million viewers. The public reaction to the hack was a bit mixed. Some people were amused by the stunt, others were concerned about the security of satellite signals. Definitely created a bit of a wave. Now, some people saw him as a folk hero standing up to the powerful corporations, while telecompanies started begging Congress to do something about it. The media, of course, was in the usual state of panic that they are, anyone who gets close to their power, right? To figure out who it was, HBO offered a $100,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the hacker, and find him they did. The hacker was eventually identified as John R. McDougal, an electrical engineer and business owner from the great state of Florida. McDougal was a self-described techie who was frustrated with the high cost of HBO at the time. He said that he hacked the signal as a way to protest HBO's pricing and to raise awareness about the vulnerability of satellite signals. It was determined that he performed the signal jam from his job at the Central Florida Teleport after a coworker left, where he was all by his lonesome. Using a satellite dish, he blasted his message at Galaxy One, the satellite that carried HBO, and then the message appeared on the screen. The hack was investigated by the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, as well as the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI. They managed to track McDougal down thanks to a tip from someone who overheard him discussing the hack on a payphone. Snitches, am I right? Okay. Dougal was arrested and he initially claimed innocence, but ultimately confessed to the FCC in July and took a plea deal. McDougal was charged with interfering with a satellite transmission and he pleaded guilty to that charge as well. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation and a $5,000 fine in the month of August, year 1978. He would go on to start his own business and did very little interviews about the Captain Midnight hack, though at some point he did tell people that the name came from a 70s comedy film called On Air Live with Captain Midnight, which I haven't seen. In 2011, he was interviewed by Network World, where he expressed no regret whatsoever for the hack. In fact, he gave a really startling statement. He said, "I do not regret trying to get the message out to corporate America about unfair pricing and restrictive trade policies," he said. "That was the impetus for doing what I did. That's the reason I jammed HBO. That's the reason I sent them a polite message. What I do regret is that I was young and fairly naive in the ways of the media." Boy, aren't we all. I didn't grasp the fact that no one understood my motives and that everyone would make assumptions. Had I known that up front, I would have been much more fervent in explaining my motivations. I had no animus and I had no malice in my heart. The Captain Midnight hack had a significant impact on the culture of hacking itself. It showed that it was possible for hackers to gain access to and disrupt major media outlets like HBO. This led to increased security measures for satellite signals and also made people more aware of the potential dangers of hacking, something that is still relevant to us today. The hack inspired a new generation of hackers. Many young people were inspired by McDougal's stunt, and they saw it as a way to challenge the status quo. And by the way, I don't endorse what he did, but it was certainly clever. The Captain Midnight hack is often cited as one of the events that helped to launch the modern hacking movement. Now, that is a little debatable, but certainly can see it being true. To be clear, Captain Midnight was not the first television hack, and it would not be the last. I hope you liked this video. If so, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe here at StudioJake After Dark. Don't forget you can support me on my locals community. The link is in the description. And don't forget to ask, what happens when you turn out the lights?